Hi, Jimmy. Part 2. Our phone stopped for a second. As long as you make your audience feel something and think, you are certainly doing your job as an artist. Not only as personal expression, but then also to make others think. So that we've still been talking about it, I hope is a success to you.
And I'm still thinking about it. And something else that's coming into my mind is, as Catherine's talking through her reaction, I think the keyboard, I know, is such an important storytelling device because it's the technology, right? It's reminiscent of the technology that we all have, and it's a board, right? That was what the limitation was. But I think there was something about it that felt so kind of small and insignificant, and maybe that's a greater thing, and I'm not catching up. I'm behind on it, but it felt like it was flimsy. Something about the prop that I'm gonna have to think a lot more on it still. But your execution, like the performance that you guys both gave, was powerful. It was engaging. You were certainly committed, and you played with a lot of different ways to use it, which was cool to see. And I know that's the challenge that you can have with the prop, is what to use, what not to use, how much to use. So good work on all of it.
Yeah, good work. Week 4, using humor as a coping mechanism. You were all in. We awarded you the full stars because you committed. It was a difficult prompt. We've said this in other videos to the other choreographers. A lot of our job when we are hired may be our creative prompt or our creative decisions, and it may not. So we receive, in different work we've done over the years, we receive prompts from directors and producers, etc. And it's such a skill to hear someone's vision and to bring that to life. And you did that here. And so we want to really congratulate you on that. It was awkward.
Yeah.
It was hard to watch.
It's really uncomfortable, yeah.
And that was the goal. That was what you were told to set out to do, and you did that, and it was consistent. And it was unique, etc., etc. So we absolutely saw what was told to us in the prompt come to life in movement.
Yeah, and you really directed your performer well. I mean, she was also all in, right? And so you brought that out of her. You gave her movement that told the story and created the emotion, and then you were able to bring out what I'm sure was not a comfortable performance for her to do as well. And as I'm thinking about this one, because I really loved this one, I think Katherine said consistency. And I think in the week before, the keyboard one, I felt like the story you're telling was consistent, and then the way it was being told was going in and out of, it started out kind of linear. This is happening, here's the emotion, you're being attacked by the keyboard. And then it started to cut into almost like a montage of things happening. And I think when that happened, I was I was taken out of the narrative. Whereas if it had all been a montage, that would have been a choice. And then if it was the narrative of it, then that would have been the choice. And because they were it was switching, I think that took me out of the performance as well. So consistency in the nose picking one was really great, and it was effective.
We're not even sure she was picking her nose. We think she was.
Yeah.
But
we're still thinking about it.
Yeah, we're still thinking about it. This last week, congratulations. A lot of beautiful camera work, a lot of beautiful movement. We absolutely have a favorite moment of this piece you've created, and that was the very end, when your two performers came to you on either side next to the wall, and then they dropped. That was very unexpected for us.
Yeah.
And received a verbal reaction. We're watching, oh, cool. It just was not where we thought that was headed. And again, if you can have a verbal response from your audience, even if it's just a breath, or like, oh, oh, huh, all of these things means that we were engaged and we were watching and thinking. So congrats on that. That's a big feat to have that experience from your audience. We liked it. It's a lovely piece. Yeah, I know, Ben, you had one thought to share. Constructive.
With musicality, I think if I'm thinking through all of your work, for my own personal aesthetic, I think I liked your the piece that you did about being bullied in school from a musicality standpoint. I think that was my favorite. And with this one, and banana, that was awesome. With this last one, it was really interesting the way that you decided to use and not use the music. It was like it felt to me like you were using the music as a marker of when to do things and when to change what was happening, and then not necessarily using the music as inspiration for the actual movement. So the movement was beautiful and it was complicated, and you were all doing different things for a lot of the time. And maybe you were the atoms, you were particles in space, and then there were moments the music told you when to do things, and then you would snap into a position all in unison, and that was really cool. And I think for me, I tend to just prefer when the movement is more connected to the music.
Throughout.
Right, throughout, as opposed to like what's driving the movement. This is, it's very it was abstract in a way that was cool, but I could have, for the most part, we could have had different music as long as the edits happened at the same time, then it would have also worked. And is that you speaking the poem as well? We're not sure. It sounds like it might have been, and if it was a great performance. You did really well with the voiceover. Again, showing kind of multiple sets of skills to create your pieces. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Jimmy. You've got us talking. Keep going. Keep creating. We hope we'll continue to see your work. Yeah, we're excited.
Bravo.